friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name's Dalia and I hope you guys are having an absolutely wonderful day. So Diana, coincidentally, asked to try to move out today, and I really don't want her to leave. So to make her feel welcome on Moonlit, the plan today was actually going to decorate her house exterior, so that's exactly what we're going to do. So today we're going to be decorating Diana's house, and I'm extremely excited for this build. I've had this one planned for a little while, ever since I had my museum planned. If you guys saw my last speed build, I actually decorated outside of the museum. So we are just to the right of the museum today, and that is going to be where we're decorating Diana's house. I have a little bit of an idea what I wanted to do with this build. It's actually kind of changed a few times in my mind, but I wanted to build some cliffs up here with some waterfalls, as I mentioned in my last video, and Diana's house is going to go around this area here, so we're going to extend the cliff out on this area here. So yeah, I'm extremely excited about today's video, so I hope you guys are as well. If you're new to my channel, don't hesitate to subscribe. Love to have you here as a part of the little community that we're growing here on YouTube. And don't forget to like and leave a comment down in this video if you enjoyed. So let's open up the Island Designer app and let's get started with today's video. And before I begin, I want to show off the adorable yellow spring dress that I'm wearing today. It's so cute, and the creator code as well as their social will be in the description as well as at the bottom of the screen. So first thing we have to do is build up the cliffs. This actually isn't really a part of the build. I don't decorate this area, but I wanted to just start building up this little cliff area because I wanted to have a little waterfall and pond coming down here, so I just spent a little bit of time terraforming that. As I mentioned, I don't actually decorate this area, I just do a little bit of the terraforming for it today, and honestly it's not perfect. I will probably be modifying it later on, but I just wanted to get it built up and just have a kind of a general idea of what it looks like. I don't hate it obviously, but there has to be a lot of adjusting, so that will be a very different video coming up soon. Honestly, doing this, the only thing it made me realize is how much I hate trying to make waterfalls. They're so pretty, but I'm absolutely terrible at making them. I know the placement and the shape of this looks really awkward because there's a lot of things going on around this area, but I promise you there will be some changes and it will hopefully all come together in the end. But like I said, this is not the focus of the video. I just really wanted to get this terraforming out of the way. Alright, and then it was time to start building up the cliffs where Diana's house was going. I did want Diana's house to overlook the tiny little pond slash waterfall area, so that's exactly what I'm doing here. And I will mention, I know I haven't previously mentioned it, but the harp pond that's on the left side of this area right by the museum, I'm still really hoping to keep it. I really love it. It was one of my favorite parts of this island when I chose the map, but I'm realizing that it might be a little bit too big and might actually be in the way of me getting to decorate that area, so we'll see if it stays. I'm really hoping that I don't have to get rid of it. Maybe I can modify it and make it slightly smaller, but for today's video, like my museum build, I don't touch it today. I'm just going to be decorating and building around it, and we will get to the harp pond very, very soon. So I kind of built up the cliff how I wanted it. Diana's house is going to be roughly right here, and I've decided for her build I'm actually going to be making her a lavender garden. I thought it would go really, really nicely with her house exterior because she does have some gray and like purple tones in her house. So the first thing we had to do obviously was go over to Resident Services and grab Diana's house. So I extend the cliff out just a little bit further down, just so I had enough room for the lavender garden, and I also made sure I had enough space for the incline so that when you come up the incline there was enough space for like a path leading up to Diana's house, as well as enough space for the garden. So I'm just quickly mapping out kind of where I want the garden to be. I wanted it to be sectioned off into 2 areas. So I was just quickly making sure I had enough space, and then I started putting down the dirt that I will be using for the garden. And I debated this for a long time whether or not I wanted to use the dark and the light dirt as a part of the garden, but I decided it would look really nice. I use a lot of the dark dirt on my island, and I never usually like go back and forth between the 2 of them for like garden or like farming areas, but I think it actually looks really, really nice in the end. And I couldn't decide between the white or the log staircase. Literally, it took me like 20 minutes to make up my mind, and I eventually went with the log staircase just because I wanted everything to feel very natural, and I felt like the white would have maybe stood out a little bit too much, and I like the way that the brown goes with like the dirt color and everything else around the area. After all that hard work, I just stopped and took a little break with Diana, and we had some donuts. And then I just went around the area and started planting some trees. This isn't a huge build with a lot of trees. I only have a few, and even the ones I plant here, I end up moving a few of them. But I wanted to make sure I included at least a few in this area. But like even the one I'm planting now here, I wanted to put a little reading nook there, so that one does get moved. And then it was time to start with the pathing. I knew I wanted to include the little wooden planks, and then I also threw down the daisy path because I felt because her house was more like of a garden space area, it would look the cutest as opposed to using the dirt path, and I really like the way that the path looks, especially with the wooden planks. And then I had to take a quick detour into Poppy's house because I was being chased by some wasps. Then it was time to start planting the lavender or hyacinths, just because I wanted to make sure I had them all down before I started decorating, and I do leave some spaces in between a few of them to add some furniture items as well. And then I had to cry because I accidentally plucked the flower, because Nintendo never lets you do exactly what you want to do. You're never allowed to pick up an item. You always have to pluck the flower instead, which is really annoying. And I couldn't stand to look at it, so I just quickly replaced it with a fully grown one. And then I was trying to decide what type of fencing I wanted to use. I was initially going to use the barbed wire fencing because I really like the way that it looks with little flower patches, but I love the country fencing and I think it looks nicer, so let me know what you guys think. I decided to go with the country fencing for today, but if you guys tell me you like the other one, maybe I'll switch it up. And I always forget to plant shrubs, but Leaf was here today, so I bought a bunch of white azaleas, and I'm actually at the time of year where they grow, so I think the white azaleas will look so cute with the other colors in the area, and I'm glad I remembered to plant shrubs, because I always forget. So I decided to give Diana her own little reading nook right next to her house, and I tried to use this wooden bookcase throughout the entire video, and I unfortunately can't get it to work. But you will see me struggling with it a few times, and then I had to stop and take about 100 photos of Poppy because look how cute she looks. So I realized there wasn't really enough space for the reading nook, so I do extend this whole area out towards the plaza. That was my initial idea in the first place. I don't build the whole reading nook in this little area, but I just decided I might as well start building up the cliffs if this is what I'm going to be doing anyway. So I just quickly built the cliffs up, which gave me at least enough room to build the reading nook like the way I wanted it without having to worry about not having enough space. And for the reading nook, I decided to layer the blankets like I am here, and I actually was inspired to do this by Hiiii, who is actually the creator of the previous island I just did the island tour of. So if you haven't seen that video, I will leave the link in the description as well as at the top of the screen. So then I started decorating the little nook area. I decided to give her a rocking chair, a bunch of little tiny libraries, and then just some additional furniture items. I just try to make it feel very cute and cozy. Like you could spend just like hours out here reading on like a beautiful spring day. I'm trying with the bookcase one more time. I couldn't get it to work. It was so cute, but it covered the tree, and I wanted to be able to see the tree back there, so we unfortunately scrapped the idea, but oh well. Finally downloaded some creator codes for the umbrella trick. And I found these absolutely adorable lavender baskets. I will have the creator code linked in the description. I found a brown one and a white one from the same creator, and I love the way that they both looked. Decided to go with the white one just to kind of contrast the dark dirt. And it kind of matches like Diana's house exterior, but I think they look so cute. I'm so happy I finally downloaded some. I have so many different ideas to use them in future builds, and they just look so cute. And then I noticed Marshall was hanging out in the little reading nook, so I just stopped by to say hello, and he actually ended up falling asleep, so we just a quick little break and had like a little afternoon nap with him. One item I knew I absolutely had to use was the garden wagons. The white ones look so perfect with Diana's house, so I do incorporate a few of those, and I think they just match it perfectly. I think they look so nice, and I always forget that the garden wagons are a thing, and then the build's finished and I'm like, oh my god, I should have used like a bunch of those. And I'm so glad I used them for this build because they just look so nice with Diana's house exterior, and obviously they just work really well with the whole garden theme. And I actually put this little shop sign at the very entrance to the garden, and it looks so cute. I've had this design saved for quite a while. Unfortunately, I actually do end up changing it by the end of the build, but you don't see me changing it, but I do have the new one and the creator code and everything listed in the description. At this point, I was almost basically done with the build. I was filling in some spaces with some designs and weeds and flowers, and then the last thing to do was to decorate right to the left of Diana's house, in which I just put a swinging bench and a couple of other items. And I think the swinging bench, the white one, looks so nice next to her house. there's the other garden wagon. Doesn't it look it looks so cute next to her house. It looks so nice, and it works so well with the swinging bench. I just love it. It looks so nice. And then just to quickly tie in Diana's house to the museum, I put this beautiful statue here. I probably will be incorporating maybe a few more art items later on, but I think for the time being, the beautiful statue next to her house looks really pretty, especially considering it's kind of hidden by the tree. I think it looks really nice. So I just put down the pathing a little bit to just kind of fill the space up a little bit more, and then I noticed that Eric was tending to Diana's garden. He's watering her garden. Like, look how cute that is. Like, she's over there doing her like little exercises and he's tending to her garden. That's absolutely adorable. And pretty much after that we were finished with the build, so I quickly time traveled just to let everything grow in, and yeah, here we are. We're officially finished with the build. I'm so excited to show you guys the finishing product. So without further ado, let's go check out Diana's lavender garden. And I did leave this entire thing blank. Like I said, we don't decorate it in this vid, and the tree that I planted up there didn't exactly grow, so we'll have to rearrange some things to make that work, but that's for a different video. As well as this little spot here. Alright, so that's it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I love the way that the lavender garden turned out. I think it suits Diana perfectly, and I love the little reading nook I made for her especially. I think it's so cute. So if you guys liked today's video, please don't hesitate to like and let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I absolutely love hearing from all of you. And if you're new to my channel, don't hesitate to subscribe. I would love to have you as a part of the little community that we are growing here on YouTube. So that's everything for today. I hope you guys are all having an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!